England was just hit by one of its most destructive storms in decades. Homes were washed away, lives were uprooted, and the aftermath is a stark reminder: Mother Nature isn't playing anymore. But here's the real question. Is this just the beginning? Are these storms, floods, and disasters the new normal? Welcome to Wild Weather Nova. Today, we're diving into the fiery debates and shocking outcomes of COP29, where the world's leaders promised $300 billion to fight climate change. But can money stop the chaos we're seeing? Or is it already too late to turn back the clock? Stick around, because by the end of this episode, you'll see why these promises might just be an illusion. In early November, England faced winds exceeding 100 miles per hour and floodwaters that swallowed entire towns. Scientists are calling this storm a direct consequence of global warming, with rising sea levels and warmer oceans fueling more intense weather. But here's the kicker: it's not just England. From record-breaking heat waves in Europe to typhoons ravaging Asia, these disasters are hitting harder and faster than ever before. Experts are warning that this could be a taste of what's to come. The big question is, can global summits like COP29 really make a difference in stopping this spiral of destruction? At COP29 in Baku, world leaders made headlines with a historic pledge: $300 billion every year to help developing nations combat climate change. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the twist: developing countries asked for over $1 trillion to truly address the crisis. So is this really a solution, or just a band-aid for a bullet wound? Cut to key statements from COP29 leaders like Antonio Guterres and Joe Biden, followed by critical reactions from nations like India and Nigeria. India's representative called it an optical illusion, while smaller nations like Sierra Leone labeled it an insult. The truth is, while this deal sounds great on paper, it's nowhere near enough to stop the catastrophic impacts we're already seeing. Let's talk about accountability. The USA, China, Russia, and Europe are responsible for over 70% of global emissions. Yet, it's the poorest countries, those contributing the least, that are facing the brunt of this crisis. Floods, droughts, and food shortages are pushing millions toward poverty, while rich nations debate over loose change. The $300 billion pledge also raises another issue. Most of it might come as loans. For countries already drowning in debt, this could make things worse, not better. Another big takeaway from COP29 was the approval of a global carbon market. This system lets countries trade emissions credits, but critics argue it's just a way for wealthy nations to buy their way out of responsibility. Will this actually reduce emissions, or is it just another loophole? Despite the controversies, there's a glimmer of hope. This funding could accelerate renewable energy projects and help vulnerable nations adapt, but only if these promises turn into action, and fast. With COP30 set to take place in Brazil next year, the world will be watching closely. Will leaders finally step up, or will it be another round of empty words? What do you think? Is $300 billion enough to save the planet, or is it too little, too late? And are wealthy nations doing their fair share, or just passing the buck? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to Wild Weather Nova for more deep dives into the stories that matter. Together, let's uncover the truth behind the headlines.